Naomi Klein wrote a book called Disaster Capitalism. And the thesis of her book was that when there was a disaster, the leaders would come out and say, we have to do these things because of this disaster, when in fact these were the things they were trying to do for a lot of years. In New Orleans, it's been disaster capitalism run rampant. People had to leave the public housing complexes after the storm. The government forced them to leave. So then they destroyed the public housing. So people have nowhere to live. The school system was bad before the storm, but there's long been a movement to privatize almost everything that government does in the United States. When the storm came and the flood came, they began to privatize the public school system. And the people who we voted for to represent us were basically given very little say in what happened. So what we find is that disaster capitalism has meant that the city has been largely remade in a way that is undemocratic, does not respond to the needs of the post-storm environment.
Culture is what people came back to be part of. The intangibility of life in family and neighborhood, at music scenes, at carnival, in ritual and festival, all the things that make New Orleans life really special. And inside culture resides the will to fix the environmental issues, to handle the politics, to get past race, class issues, and to improve education. But that's a very hard, you can't just preach that message. People have to experience something that gets them to the level where they go, we've got to be together, we've got to come home and do all these things. You know, and sometimes it takes a disaster to get to that level. I think we're at a much better place than we were.